Iceland has got a storm warning. A part of this F-road has been closed. Now we're just gonna drive back and make a new plan before we can carry on. Today is the second morning in a row that we will not have the chance to have breakfast. Maybe later. Yesterday was so beautiful that we didn't want to have breakfast. We didn't want to spend time. But today it's so cold and so windy that there's no way that the little gas heater is gonna warm up our water. And we're just gonna start driving back from, I could say, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because yeah, there's really nothing.
Hello. So what happened? Josep lost his hat, and now he's preparing another one.
It looked like I just got out of a shower or something. We were here yesterday morning and the weather has changed drastically. So yesterday all the icebergs were over there waiting, but now there's a strong wind coming from the inland and you can see how fast the river is. We're now on the eastern side of Vatnajökull, the biggest glacier in Iceland, and here is another icy river. But what makes this special for me at least is that there's no one else in here. I think that I've realized in Iceland is that everything in here is huge. I just thought I could go and hike next to the glacier. It seemed like a rock throw away, but after walking 20 minutes, I didn't even get halfway. The roads ended. Just the scale of them, so huge, and the land around them is flat, so they seem to be quite close. But no. Today, almost the whole day, we've been escaping storm, and now that we've made it to the east side, we just saw northern lights with our own eyes.
Yes, we did.
Felt pretty amazing. Now we're gonna fuel up our car and go and find another spot where to see them, and hopefully we can get something good out of it. Morning. So yesterday I had this crazy idea to take photos, videos of northern lights. and so I made gotta drive a bit further than he would have wanted, and there is snow absolutely everywhere, and we had our heater working the whole night on quite high settings because it was just extremely cold. But at least we're gonna get some shots of snow, yeah.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun.
I don't know how to even call myself, because on this trip I've already lost my hat, that's why this thing, and I've lost my one of my gloves. But today, well, we woke up to this. Iceland is definitely full of surprises. When we came to Iceland, we did not plan to go to the eastern part, to the northern part, and now we're at the northeastern part.
You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon.
The thing you should definitely be ready for is the prices. Lamb is 30 euros a kilogram almost. It's quite steep. The sounds he made before I put the camera on. Ooh, like I haven't eaten for a century. Crazy. Hunger is the best cook. It tastes delicious. This guy seemed a little bit lost. At the rental place they told us when you kill a sheep you have to pay up to 500 euros to the owner of the sheep. And they told us that lamb is cheaper in a restaurant, but now if I'm starting to think about it, I just looked at in the last store, 1 kilogram was 27 euros. And a sheep has to be more than 20 kilograms, so okay, that don't kill sheep, don't listen to me, that was bullcrap. They're deer, they're good animals. Yeah, I probably won't use that one. Foss, big waterfall. We could see by the size of the parking lot and how many toilets there were that usually it's a super popular place. The landscape around here is totally magical. The ice on the snow is so thick that I just didn't go through. So far most of our trip has been about Iceland's ice. It's everywhere, it's cold, it's wet, but finally we're getting to the part where we sense what lies under the ice, pretty much. The air is filled with egg smell, rotten egg, and we're getting to a geothermal place called Freyja. Gas that's coming out of this vent is really hot. I think I've said it before that Iceland has ice and fire, but when those two meet, then magic happens. Man, it's cold outside, man, it's cold outside, it's snow everywhere. I can't wait to get into that pool. Goodness sake. So the first thing you should probably know is that this pool is quite expensive, at least for us. An adult ticket was around 35 euros, student was 25.
I'm student. I'm student.
Perks of being a doctor. As a grown man, you can see the beard over there. And he's still a student. Sexy boy. Sexy boy. I think the lens is a bit foggy, but there's steam rooms. They told us that it's natural steam coming from inside the ground. I feel like I'm born anew. Days of hiking, sleeping in a car, and now just those warm baths, steam baths. Yeah, it's expensive, but it was worth it. Totally worth it. And also a really cool fact about this country is that all of its energy consumption is renewable. A lot of hydroelectricity, so water, and geothermal electricity, so the heat coming from the ground. I think it's bloody amazing, bloody innovative that a country gets all of its energy in renewable sources. It's 10 o'clock at night, so we're driving around and looking for the right place to set up our cameras. Let's see, we're both excited, all the sleep is gone. Yesterday evening was great. We were just hunting the northern lights and we managed. 4 days it took us to find them. It felt absolutely magical, absolutely amazing. Hell yes! Today is gonna be all about driving. This evening we wanna be at the volcano.
How's it going?
The new GoPro has a front screen. We've just passed a lava field, and this one is a fair bit older, so there's already vegetation on it. Me and Garel both were quite breathless. Have to make a note for myself to work out a little bit more. But the views are gorgeous, and I'm hoping that this small hill reveals something extraordinary. It smells like New Year's Eve in here, like fireworks, like gunpowder, something like this. And we're seeing the fumes in the air. Freaking hell, that is so cool. That's so cool. I've been to quite a few volcanoes before, but seeing lava fields like this, and it's light. It barely weighs anything. It's like foam. Should be a big piece, right?
Okay.
Has no weight to it. Honestly, I'm not sure anymore if it's the fumes coming from the lava fields or I'm just happy because this place is freaking gorgeous, freaking awesome. It's just amazing. Look at the texture of this stone. And maybe a month ago, maybe a week ago, maybe several months ago, this was magma inside the earth. Fuming spot, they're not really hot. I'd say like 30 degrees, 25, but they're really moist, so moisture wants to get out of the ground here, and it's the steam just pouring out. So that was our volcano experience. And probably the strongest wind we've felt in Iceland so far. It was so strong that we couldn't fly the drone and it wanted to push us over, but the whole sight of the lava field and the feel around the volcano was definitely worth it. It was amazing. I've never seen anything like this before. Today is our final day in Iceland, and it's the first time where we slept in. We slept until 9. We didn't rush, and we realized that we've just been burning ourselves through. We've been running around, so today we're taking it chill. We're on the golden circle. Icelandic horses, I'd say they're one of the most beautiful I've ever seen. Just look at their hair, how it swirls in the wind. Looks familiar, right? And just a few kilometers drive away from Gullfoss waterfall, we've made it to Geyser. And yeah, that's one of the most iconic places in Iceland. And that's the one, that's Geyser over there. There he laid, and he's the reason why all the other geysers in the world are called geysers. Next to Geyser, there's a few other geysers, and these guys still erupt, and quite frequently. Stokkur, the one that we're next to at the moment, tends to erupt every 4 to 10 minutes, so there's probably going to be a little bit of waiting, but I hope we can show you how the geyser eruption looks like, how the water blasts into the sky. My hands are cold, because this selfie shot when you're waiting, it's between 5 and 10 minutes. I usually don't like washing dishes, but after a week in a camper without running water, this feels amazing. Warm water. But yeah, we're just cleaning everything up, getting ready to give our camper back, and our trip is almost over. Last fueling of our beast, and now we're taking our camper, our off-roader, our Lagata, our baby back to Kuku Campers, and we're gonna tell thank you to them. This car is amazing. All done. Last steps on Iceland.